Namaste to all. In this short audio, we will understand a very important topic on what is meant by Brahma Hatya and also what is that we should do to avoid this sin of Brahma Hatya. Basically, Brahma Hatya, the word comes in Yajurveda in the 39th chapter. Brahmane Swaha, Brahma Hatya Swaha. So, this knowledge basically cannot be read from textbooks or any other books. We can understand the deepest secrets of Vedas only from an Acharya of Vedas when he is giving the pravachans in the Yajna basically. So one day my Acharya was explaining the meaning of Brahma Hatya. So it is very necessary and very important for all of us to understand the meaning of Brahma Hatya, and we have to try our best to come out of this sin. So Hatya means, as you all know probably, Hatya means is killing or to kill. Brahma means there are three meanings of Brahma. Brahma means Almighty God, Vri Vriddho Brahma. The creator of this universe is Almighty God. That is why his name is called as Brahma, and the mightiest amongst all. That is why his name is called as Brahma. There are no Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, etc. Almighty God has got unlimited names based on his quality. So one of the quality of Almighty God is mightiest amongst all. That is why he is called as Brahma. The other meaning of Brahma is the Shabda Brahma, which is the Ved Vani, Ved Mata, Ved Mantras, which emanates from Almighty God. That is why Vedas are also called as Brahma. The third meaning of Brahma is the Acharya of Vedas, who is realized Jivatma, who has got enlightenment and who has attained Samadhi, and that Acharya is called as Brahma. So Brahma Hatya is actually to kill the Almighty God, or to kill the knowledge of Vedas of Almighty God, or to kill the learned Acharya of Vedas. These three are coming under the Brahma Hatya, and killing any of these three is a grave sin. The highest punishment is awarded by Almighty God for this sin basically. So on a deeper note, we can understand that God cannot be killed. Almighty God is formless, He is supreme power, He created the universe. We are Jivatma, we are Alpa Shakti, we don't have any power, so we cannot kill Almighty God for sure. And of course, in the history we have seen that people have killed great Acharya of Vedas, like we would have heard about Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, who was killed by poisoning. Several times he was killed. He was tried to be killed with poisoning, but he escaped. Being a yogi, he could take out the poison easily, but at last he was fed with poison in the milk mixed with the finest glass pieces. So after he drank the milk, then he died because of internal organs damage, which he could not survive. So this is called as Brahma Hatya. And the people who are planning this kind of Hatya, this kind of killing, will get stringent punishment from Almighty God. If at all the administrators or the judges or the police force, etc., they are unable to punish these criminals, Almighty God will never leave them. Almighty God will give highest punishment to those souls who are killing the Acharya of Vedas. Now we will understand a little bit deeper knowledge on how we can, of course we understood that we cannot kill Almighty God, but can we kill the Vedas? This is a question. Today we are seeing in this world that 99.9999% of humans are devoid of Vedic knowledge. They are not aware of what is there in Vedas. Even if they are aware of what is there in Vedas, they are not serious that this is the knowledge of Almighty God, we have to worship Almighty God, etc. So all the people are mainly occupied in their business, in their day-to-day routines, to satisfy their hunger, to satisfy their thirst, to satisfy their sensuousness. This is what is happening in this world today. So Vedas are almost, we can say, although Vedas can never be destroyed because it is knowledge of Almighty God, we can say that today in the current scenario, none of the human beings are following Vedas. So in a way, we have already killed Vedas. We have destroyed Vedas because we are not following it. Although Vedas can never be destroyed, because as long as this universe exists and the next universe will again come, Almighty God, the knowledge of Vedas is safe inside the Almighty God. So Almighty God is omnipresent, so Vedas is also omnipresent. So Vedas knowledge can never be destroyed. But the inner meaning is, if we are not following the Vedas, then what is the use of Vedas for us? This is what Almighty God also asks in the Rig Veda, that Richa Kim Karishyati. What is the use of Vedas to you You are not knowing the Almighty God who creates the universe. You are not following the Vedas in your life. You are worshipping self-made Almighty gods. I created the world, but you created me in different forms. You are saying different names. You have built temples. You are saying Jesus is God. You are saying Allah is God. Different type of gods humans have created. Then richa kim karishyati. There is no use of Vedas to anyone. This is called as killing of Vedas. Not following the divine preach of Vedas. Number one, either by not listening the Vedas. Number two, even by listening the Vedas from an Acharya of Vedas, if we are not following, then we are getting into the trap or the sin of Brahma Hatya. Because we are killing the divine preach of Vedas. God says that you have to worship me every day, morning and evening, by name jap. You have to worship me every day by yajna, by agnihotra, by Gayatri Mantra jap, by serving the elders, by serving the learned Acharya of Vedas. These are my worship. I have created the world. What is that you can give to me? You cannot give anything to me. I am the master of the universe. So you have to follow my instructions in Vedas. That is the worship of Almighty God. So if we are not, Almighty God says, my Acharya says that if we are not following the preach of Vedas in our life, then the result of that is Brahma Hatya Pap. The sin of Brahma Hatya will be in our heads. So knowingly, unknowingly, in fact not knowingly, unknowingly, each and every one of us in this world, we are against Vedas. We are doing deeds against the Vedas. There are some people who are atheist. There are some people who believe in other religions. There are some people who believe even in Hindu religion, but they do not worship Almighty God as per Vedic path. There are so many people who are eating non-vegetarian food. Almighty God strictly condemns killing animals for our own selfishness. So we are every day, without our knowledge, we are doing this sin of Brahma Hatya, and you can see the world where it is heading towards. In the last 5,000 years, after we left the Vedas, in the last 5,000 years, slowly problems have started arising, and in the last 150 years, and in the recent past, in the last 30-40 years, we have been engaged so much in our materialistic life. We have totally forgotten Almighty God. We are just worshipping Almighty God for formality, and that too, that worship which is against the Almighty God. We are creating Almighty God for our own satisfaction, that Sri Krishna is Almighty God, Sri Ram is Almighty God, Allah is Almighty God, Jesus is Almighty God. So we are doing this kind of things, and then we are satisfying our mind, and we are killing the divine preach of Vedas. So we are heading towards destruction slowly. Not the destruction of the universe, but destruction of humankind. Are we not seeing increase in diseases every day? There are new diseases which are coming up every day. People are dying out of hunger in one side. People are dying out of floods in one side. People are dying out of lack of food or lack of water in one side. People are dying out of wars on other side. The financial stability, political stability does not exist in this world anymore. There are so many issues that are coming up day in and day out, all because of only one reason: the punishment given by Almighty God for the sin of Brahma Hatya. So what we have to do for avoiding the sin of Brahma Hatya? The mantra says Brahma Hatyaye Swaha. In order that you do not get into the trap of Brahma Hatya Pap, you have to do Swaha. You have to put ahutis in the burning fire. You have to listen Veda mantras from Acharya and follow the Vedas in everyday life. You have to strive to the best possible extent to follow the Vedas, and then God will help you. If we are striving to follow Vedas, God will definitely help us to follow the righteous path. So to avoid this sin, the only thing Almighty God suggests is you have to find out an Acharya to understand Vedas. You have to find out an Acharya to serve him and to learn the knowledge of Vedas from him. Otherwise, each and every one of us will get into the trap of Brahma Hatya, and then the punishment given by Almighty God will be unbearable. Sometimes, we think there are some difficulties comes in our life, and we think that, hey God, what is that I have done? You are punishing me so badly. I have not done anything wrong. I am a good person. We think these kind of things in our mind, but we do not know the sin, the punishment of Brahma Hatya. It is in our heads because we have left the Vedic path. over a period of time in the last 5000 years, slowly and slowly, when the religion starts, various religions starting from Jainism or Islam or Christianity or Hinduism, the neo-Hinduism, which speaks about the idol worship and which speaks about the anti-Vedic deeds, like seeing horoscopes, satisfying the planets which are non-alive matters, worshipping the sun in the sky. These kind of things which is not mentioned in Vedas is actually the Brahma Hatya Pap we are doing without knowing. So either by knowing we are doing a pap, or without knowing we are doing a pap, the punishment is same. Almighty God says, my Acharya gives a beautiful example. You know that this wire is having a current and when you touch you will die. Knowingly you touch the wire, unknowingly you touch the wire, the result will be same. So knowing the Vedas, that Almighty God is formless, Almighty God exists everywhere, Almighty God does not take avatar, knowingly, even by knowing you worship the statues, you worship Almighty God against the Vedas, or unknowingly you are doing it, the result is same. The Almighty God's punishment will be not changed. So this has to be clearly understood. So now what we have to do is, number one, we have to come out of the boundary of religionism. Of course, we can take whatever good in any religion we can take. For example, some religion says that you should always speak truth. Some religion says that you should always spread love. Some religion says that you should do ahimsa. These are good things which are tallying with Vedas. But some religion says that you should eat non-vegetarian food. Some religion says that by killing the cow it is good habit. So these are the things which are against Vedas. So we have to come out of the shelter of the religionism which are anti-Vedic and take the shelter of the Vedas. To take the shelter of the Vedas, we have to find an Acharya of Vedas and try to serve him and try to take Diksha from him and try to learn the Vedas from him and try to follow it in everyday's life. So once we start this on a daily basis, slowly over a period of time, in the next 100 years, 200 years, 500 years, 1000 years, everything will get back to normalcy. This world will become a beautiful place to live in again as it was 5000 years back. I hope you got some idea from this audio. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.